Hey everyone, so I've got a quandary. I just finished a series of tests on this Membrane Solutions gravity water filter. And in my opinion, it didn't pass the tests. I did a TDS test and the red dye test, which is pretty standard for most water filters that I've seen. It failed the TDS test and it also failed the red dye test. I sent an email to the company asking them about this, to which they replied, our filter is not designed to take out dyes or to remove TDSs. You have to use reverse osmosis. And I'm unsure if they're right on the TDS. I'm fairly confident they're wrong on the red dye test, because if your filter isn't good enough to take out food coloring, how can it possibly be good enough to take out giardia? Having said that, they sent me a copy of their NST certification from the state of Florida. So they've got documentation showing that their filter works and passed the certification, which is excellent and more than most filters can say these days. But I still don't feel good about the fact that it bombed the red dye test and did nothing for TDS. So what am I missing here? Please drop a comment down below and tell me what you think. Watch this video and watch my test and see if I missed something on my methodology. And then let me know if you would trust this water filter for your emergency preps. I don't think that I would, but I'm really stuck because they've got the certification, but failed my testing. So I'm really curious to see what the community thinks. So here's my test video and hope you enjoy, and please put your thoughts down below. Thanks. This is the 6-liter gravity filter from Membrane Solutions. It filters down to 0.1 nanometers. It has a shelf life of 1,300 gallons and a flow rate of 500 milliliters per minute. But is it any good? I'm going to test the flow rate, TDS, give it the red dye test, and then I'm going to go out into the real world and see how well it works. Are you ready? Let's go check it out. For my first test, we're going to do flow rate and TDS, which is total dissolved solids. This is a jar of water from my tap here in North Austin. And we're at 270 parts per million. So we'll use that as a benchmark. This is literally the first time I've ever taken this thing out of the box, so we're learning here together. Looks like we've got the bag, the filter, and this little hose. This actually took me a couple of tries to figure out. So there's this little protective cap on the bottom that you have to pull out. This is an adapter that fits like water bottles, like regular Coke bottles, to make into a squeeze. But you have to take this little cap out, and then the drip hose fits in there. And then the water comes out of there, I guess. Let's see. So I got it hung up now. You gotta close this little pinch on the hose, and we filled up. All right, we got 6 liters. I'm gonna start my timer and open it up. This would probably be going a little faster if the water bucket was higher than my collection. See, I got this droop in the hose. It's probably not helping. But we're at 7 minutes, and we've done 2 liters, which is about what I expected. So not bad. We'll keep going. Okay, we'll call that done. Little over 14 minutes, and there's 6 liters of water. So that's as they advertise in the manual. Now let's run the TDS meter on it and see how it is. So I have rinsed my TDS meter off with distilled water, so that way we can start with a good 0. $280. So it didn't do anything to the TDS. That's quite intriguing, isn't it? So now I'm going to attempt the famous red dye test. This is kind of a benchmark for all water filters. I'm going to put a couple of drops of red food coloring into the water, put it back in the filter, and see what it looks like when it comes out. All right, let's see how it does. It looks pretty creepy, actually. This big red bag. And it's flowing. And it's not clear at the other end. It's better, but it's not clear. Well, we're about halfway through. As you can see, the water coming out of the filter is basically the same color as the water coming into the filter. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. $280. So again, we have 0 drops in dissolved solids. So it doesn't look like this thing is doing absolutely anything. That's concerning. So there's my test. If you made it this far, thank you, and please put a comment down below and let me know what you think. I'm really conflicted as to what to do with this thing and whether I would trust it or utilize it. I don't think that I would, but you know, this is obviously not the most perfectly scientific test out there, but it's kind of the extent of what I can do here in my house. So let me know if you think that I missed something, and thanks, and I'll catch you on the next one.